Are you living life to the full? Did you know that there are many, many ways that we can live our lives? We can live our lives beneath, we can live our lives blandly, or we can live our lives boldly. Now, I don't know about you, but I choose boldly all day, every day. So I want to share a story with you about an amazing woman. Her name is Hannah. She was a woman who navigated many twists and turns of life, and it was in the ancient land of Israel. Now, Hannah was dealing with some very, very heavy kind of internal storms that nobody often sees. Picture her in a world where not having children wasn't just a personal heartache, but felt like a storm of societal expectations and judgments. Now, one day, as her family, they made their annual trip to Shiloh. It was a sacred city. And Hannah, she decided that it was time to have a real heart to heart talk with God. It was at that moment that she began to pour out her soul. And it wasn't just a casual conversation, it was like she was talking to an old friend, sharing the deepest desires and fears that she had kept hidden for so long. Now, Eli, he was a priest that was in the temple, and he saw Hannah's lips moving, but he heard no words being spoken. And at first, he thought that she might have had a bit good amount of grape juice, but as she explained the depth of her prayer, as she explained the depth of her pain, her brokenness, her heartache, he blessed her. And guess what? God heard her. And in time, Hannah became a mom to a little boy named Samuel. Now, here's where the story takes a little twist. Instead of just stopping at the answered prayer, Hannah decided to take charge of her journey. She didn't just ride the wave of fulfillment, she turned it into a quest for personal growth and emotional fulfillment. Can you relate to that? Can you imagine the courage that it took for her to say, you know what? I'm going to actively seek personal growth and emotional fulfillment. It's like she went from riding the waves of living life beneath to stepping boldly into a life that left her feeling fulfilled and happy. Now, that sounds like living life boldly to me. But let's fast forward to the dedication of Samuel. It wasn't just a commitment, fulfillment, it was a declaration of passion and purpose. Hannah, in her pursuit of personal growth, she turned her life into a canvas, painting it with colors of fulfillment, love, joy, and self discovery. Now, here's the grand finale, the Song of Hannah. This wasn't just a melody of gratitude, it was a triumphant anthem of a woman who transformed her inner turmoil into a passion for life. It was like Hannah went from humming a sad tune to belting out a song of joy and fulfillment. So, what's the takeaway? The takeaway would be that Hannah's journey, it teaches us that living life beneath can be turned into bold living. For Hannah, it was through the power of answered prayers, which led into stepping stones to personal growth and emotional fulfillment, and living a life that resonated with purpose. Now, you might be saying, how does this relate to me? And I'm so glad you asked that question. Can you imagine there are times when we're feeling broken, we're feeling pain, we're feeling like, this is life and it's never going to change. This is a situation that I'm in and it's never going to get any better. But just look at Hannah's story. She had a situation where she was living beneath. She was living in pain and brokenness. But the first thing that Hannah did was she took action. She decided to cry out to God and share with him what she was feeling on the inside. And he heard her and he answered her prayer. So I have a question for you. What is the first step that you're going to do to change the situation in your life? What is the first thing that you feel like you need to do to get from where you are to where you desire to be? For Hannah, again, it was crying out to God. For you, it could be coaching. For you, it could be counseling. For you, it could be talking to a friend, a family member. For you, it could be journaling. There's just so many things that we can do to move from where we are to where we desire to be. So, again, I'm going to leave you with this question. What is the first step that you're going to take to move from living beneath to living life boldly?